What's up YouTube? It's Josh, FJ55 Iron Pig. Thanks for clicking on the video. Today I watched Nut and Fancy's review on the Leatherman M.U.T. Pretty cool review on it actually. And I remembered, hey, I got a Leatherman M.U.T. I've had it for a couple months now, and I haven't done an update lately. I think it's a good time to do an update. In fact, I even put it in the comment I just posted on his channel. In fact, I'm going to do an update video right now. So, that's what I'm doing. So here we are. Here's my Leatherman M.U.T. It's getting some wear on it, even on the titanium clip. On the edge is getting a little wear. I'm not missing a bit. It's actually right there. I'm loving the wear on it. It's wearing quite well. There, it's getting quite a bit. And here's the hammer end. I use mine though. Mine lives in my pocket still. It fits quite well. It's bulky. Yeah, and it takes up a considerable amount of room, but I keep this Leatherman in my right pocket, my wallet, and a knife. At least a 3 to 4 inch knife. But I kind of wanted to show you what's going on with it. Take a look there. I cut a lot of cable with that. They're still lining up just perfect for me. The nose on the new nose pliers is holding out great. Still got that slight gap, which I like. I pulled out many a sliver, many a braiding inside a cable, especially Rj11. I had some stuck all over my hand. I had to pull out 3 pieces. One was deep and it didn't feel good coming out. Let's see. Tools I'm using most of the time. Hammer. I'm using the hammer on stuff like a P-hook that gets started by banging into the side of a house, into the siding, so I can get through to the wood. Screw this into the side of your house. Up on the pole as well, a bigger type of hook. Nails, I took a rivet out that didn't set right when I was putting a rivet into some gaffs. That helped a lot getting it back out. I still have not used a bottle opener. I forget about it, to be honest with you. The pliers I use all the time. Least often I use them on wall plates. Here's an assembled wall plate for you. I'm sure you've seen these in your house before. See this nut on the back? That's what holds the F81 connector, or male to male connector. No, double-sided male to female connector. Let me get this thing straight here. This, doing it upside down here, holds onto it right here, so I can give it that final little crank to make sure it stays on tight. If that was exposed, I can grab it with the inside part right like this, without scratching up the wall plate. Another thing that I use just about daily. This is Rj11. This is an Rj11 connector. Here is an RG6 cable with an RG6 connector to the same thing you saw on the wall plate, a barrel nut, barrel fitting. Here's a size difference for you. Take a look at the size difference. What I use these for, besides cutting the cable right there, is, now keep in mind I don't use this all the time, so I'll use my channel locks, or I'll use some other tool as well. But it grabs it perfectly right there for me. It holds it great. You can even adjust it to where it fits more snug, flush, see? Gives me great pressure, and especially if I forget my channel locks and I have my number 7 open end wrench in this, I can do just about anything my job requires. When it comes to these bad boys, same thing. Got the RG6 connector, I can just pop it off really quick. But right there, see that Phillips head screw? Right here. Hold on, I turned around, forgot. I had a wall plate that had flatheads. Let me switch it around for you here. Snap it into place. These, I mean, it's a screw. Come on, how hard is that? It works great for it. It gives really good bite into it. There's very little wiggle room at all. And that works with the screws that hold the wall plate in as well. Right here and right here. Works great for that. I have not used the stripper crimpers. I tried doing it once, but I used the wrong size cable and just mangled it, really. The Seatbelt Cutter, I tried stripping wire with it, coaxial wire, but because there's 2 blades, it jammed up quite a bit for that. It's not meant to do that. Oh, I guess I could have tried it with some ground wire. Didn't think about that. The hardened bronze scraper, phosphor bronze scraper, whatever it is, I use fairly often because, let me show you. I've said this before in my first video with it. This little wire that sticks out right there, that's called your center wire because it's in the center. On a house where this is butt up and I can't get any slack out to cut it off and put a new connector on there because it's rusted or full of dog poo or other disgusting things, I will use my scraper to clean off the center wire, clean off the oxidation. And because it's a softer metal, it doesn't necessarily damage it too bad. And that buys them time. I use that quite a bit. Especially if I just need to get a customer up and going before next day or two when we can get out there and replace something. That's holding up great. I don't use it to pry or poke anything. That's the only thing I use it for. Yeah. The punch, I have not used it even once yet. The saw, I've used quite a bit through drywall, wood, and what did I do recently? I was trimming something up with it, and I forget, but it did a really good job because it's nice and flush. On the other side, the knife, I don't use it a whole lot. Oh, check it out. I'm getting a little bit of spot rust. I don't know if you can see that. Because it sits in my pocket, and my pocket's usually damp and wet because it's hot and humid outside here in Arkansas. You can see all the lint building up in there as well. I need to give her a good little cleaning. She's working flawlessly though. A good example of what it's like here in Arkansas, well, probably just about anywhere. This is how it should look. Here's the exposed side. See the corrosion building up on there? That is actually salt buildup. Salt, you ask? From what? From sweat. From my sweatiness. I haven't really used the Torx driver. Haven't really found anything that fits yet because it's made specifically for scope mounts, and in my work I don't really use anything like that. It's loosened up nicely. I personally don't like spring-loaded plier heads for this purpose. And yeah, that's about it. I am still loving the hell out of this Leatherman M.U.T. I carry it with me all the time. Yeah, it's like what, I think it's between 12 or 14 ounces to carry. It's a good bit of weight. 16 ounces is a pound, if that gives you any indication. And yeah, it works great. I love it. And this clip, the titanium clip, does not bend, which is great because you know a lot of clips, if you carry them in your pocket a lot, it's catching on stuff and it's getting all wongoey. It's getting bent out of place. This has not at all. It's not even loosened up, and it's getting a nice little polish on the edges. Everything is. I love that worn-in look. So, would I recommend these? If you're a cable guy, yes. If you're into AR-15s, M16s, yes. If you're into shotguns, yes, because you can still use the bolt override tool for that. A hammer for that. You can drift sights with it. You can do just about anything with it. I use it a lot around the house as well. To be honest with you, if I have a multi-tool on me, it is this multi-tool. Again, I think we're upside down. Sorry. It's the Leatherman M.U.T. in reverse for some reason. Why is that coming up like that? Oh, it's the camera. Dirt. Leatherman M.U.T. M-U-T. Get yourself one if you're into that type of thing. I love it. If you have any questions, comments, smart remarks, please post them below. You have a good day. Goodbye.